I'm going to make this as quick as I can. If media reports are to be believed, that Donald Trump is going to be arrested and indicted, chances are he may be fingerprint and perp walked. And the last few days, I've seen a lot of Donald Trump haters celebrate it. I'm not celebrating it. I can't celebrate it. Because this should not be happening. Not for the reasons you might think. Because Donald Trump deserves to get exactly what he deserves. After everything he put this country through, after everything he put all of us through, in the 4 miserable years of his presidency, he deserves exactly what he's getting. And remember, this is just one of the cases that he's probably going to be hanged on. The case I'm talking about, obviously, is the New York case. He has to face the music when it comes to Georgia. And he still has to face the music when it comes to the document scandal. However, he's going to face the music one way or another. But I'm not celebrating it because this shouldn't be happening. But again, it's not for the reasons you might think. I'm saying this shouldn't be happening because a former president shouldn't have to be indicted. Before Donald Trump and after Donald Trump, there were 44 presidents of the United States of America, and we have never gotten to this point. The closest we ever gotten to actually indicting a sitting president or impeaching president was Richard Nixon, and he deserved it. But he left office and got pardoned before the dogs came after him. But this should not have to be happening. Everyone, including Nixon, including all the presidents we loved and all the presidents we hated, all the way up to Barack Obama and Joe Biden, all the way to both Bushes and the Clintons, they have all took the oath to preserve and defend the Constitution of the United States, and Donald Trump destroyed it, or at least attempted to destroy it on January 6, 2021. We all know what happened that day. That is one of the reasons why he is being treated this way. That he's facing indictments, that he's facing jail time. He violated that sacred oath of the Constitution. He violated that sacred oath of office. I'm not happy about this. I'll have a small chuckle when it's finally happening. I'll probably have a small smile when it happens. But I'm not going to be celebrating in the streets, running through the streets dancing. I can't do that. Because this should not be happening. Donald Trump should have been, emphasize on that word, should have been intelligent enough to know what he was getting himself into when he became president of the United States. Obviously, he did not. And it was showing every single day that he was president of the United States. He had no idea what he was getting into. None. And at the end of the day, he's paying the ultimate price for it. He's paying the price. He's about to be indicted for money. It's not about the whole Stormy Daniels thing, not completely. But it might have been hush money to keep her quiet in order for him to become president, and that is illegal. And Donald Trump is just compounding the nightmare by calling his supporters to protest, as he said on Truth Social. Now, peaceful protests, I got no problem with, but we are not talking about peaceful people. We're talking about dangerous people who have killed for this man. We are talking about people who are just begging for a civil war. Or as that idiot Marjorie Taylor Greene says, a national divorce. And speaking of that, we've had, the last couple of days, Twitter and Facebook have been inundated with Republicans and inside and outside of Congress and the Senate showing not just support for the president, but actually posting threats about what might happen if Donald Trump is indicted. But I'm going to get to them later, as they're all candy asses. But back to my original point, I'm not celebrating the fact that Donald Trump is being indicted. And I'm not pitying him either. This shit should have been done a long time ago. But I'm not celebrating it. I'm not going to be dancing and jigging because as Donald Trump is indicted. This is a sad moment for our country. We have to hold someone like Donald Trump accountable for the laws of this country he has broken. This should not be happening. But it's necessary it does. The entire world is watching us right now. And what do you think the world is going to see when we can't even put to justice a man who has broken our laws? They'll never trust us again. And quite honestly, they'll think of us as another banana republic, and they wouldn't be wrong. Every second Donald Trump is not indicted means this country could be destroyed from the inside. I'm not celebrating it, but I'm not going to cry about it either. Donald Trump this should have been done to Trump if this is going to happen. Donald Trump this should have happened years ago. Because quite honestly, if this doesn't happen, it opens the door for someone else to do this. It opens the door for Ron DeSantis or anyone else in the Republican Party to do something like this again and get away scot-free. Because Trump did. He got away with it. Why can't I? Make no mistake about this. Donald Trump is being indicted sooner or later. Now, he may be able to dance his way out of one of them. He may be able to dance his way out of two of them. He's not going to dance his way out of all of them. If it's not going to be this, it's going to be the documents. If it's not going to be the documents, it's going to be January 6th. If it's not January 6th, it's probably going to be all of it. And Donald Trump supporters need to understand that if you even try something stupid like January 6th, we're wise to the game now. I won't shed any tears if you decide to do something like that and get yourselves killed because of it. For the Republicans like Mary Jean Taylor Greene and Andy Biggs who want to post threats on Twitter, you want to post threats against the American people? Go for it. But be ready for the consequences when you do. And don't look all shocked and shaken when those consequences hit you in the ass. And they will. And for all of us out there who love this country, who have been hoping for this day, don't celebrate it. Don't even post on Facebook. If you want to post on Facebook, that's fine. But don't post like you're celebrating it, because this should not be celebrated. Trump broke the law, and he's going to be held accountable for it. Wouldn't we want the same thing? Absolutely. This is our country we're talking about. And we're trying to save it by putting a scumbag like Donald Trump away. That should not be celebrated. That should be held somber. I won't be celebrating it. Now I'll post about it, but I'm not going to cheer about it. Because this should have been done years ago. CTP Know The Truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.